Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have a video about my completed pages again for you, and these ones will be for the month of December 2024. I had a very productive month, especially I did a lot of Christmas coloring, and I'm looking forward to show the pictures to you. All right, let's put the books to the side, and then we start with the Christmas coloring. Let's start with Mein Winterspaziergang by Rita Berman. And I did this page, and I used Inktense for the background and for basing, and polychromos pencils over the top. And a lot of white Posca, obviously, to outline the clouds and to make all the snowflakes white. The Inktense gave an interesting effect here on the background, which was not intended. Actually, the Inktense are not working very well. You get those lines where it's drying way too fast. But actually, in this case, it looks as if I did it on purpose, and it's actually quite nice. So overall, I don't really like the Inktense on this paper, but yeah, I like the effect that I have here for the background. So that one is nice, and I didn't give up. I did another page where I used Inktense for the background, and I still don't like it. You see, it's not dissolving well, it's getting streaky and everything, so I'm not really happy with the background. But the foreground is nice. You see, I have used a lot of shimmery gel pen, so it's a bit shiny. And I used the colors that we had for our Christmas tree this year, so red and gold colors for this Christmas tree. I colored this one as a color along together with my mom and my sister-in-law, who were both there for the Christmas days. And we were really sitting together and coloring together, and that was a lot of fun. So I enjoyed that, definitely. So it's not just a picture, it's also a nice memory. That was my Winterspaziergang. And then I did quite some pages in Good Jul by Hanna Karlzon, because I was so excited to have the book finally, and I did quite a bit of pages. So let's start with this one, which I actually did as an advent calendar. So I put little numbers to the different elements on the page, to the windows, the little wreaths, the trees and everything. So I had 24 little objects to color, and I did it throughout the month of December. And I had a lot of fun doing this. All the tiny details in the windows, a little bit of sparkle. I used a dark green Posca for the background, white Posca for all the snowy elements, Derwent Graphitint for the facade of the house, and polychromos pencils for everything else. I really like how it turned out, and I enjoyed the process a lot. I have another page directly on the following page. This one I did with marker background. The red everything is done with a marker, and it's the Ohuhu color markers, which are water based. And yeah, that worked pretty nicely. And then I did everything else with polychromos pencils, and I used a lot of gel pen, bronze and gold, for all the little details. So it's also a bit shiny. And I was messing up a little bit here. I was smearing the bronze gel pen, so I had to fix it a little bit with the white Posca. So depending on the light, it looks okay, or you can see where I screwed it up a little bit. Yeah, but overall, I really like this page a lot. Then I did a double page spread. And it was crazy. I started that when I was visiting my mother-in-law, and I only had my polychromos pencils with me. So I actually did all the background and everything with polychromos pencils, which is not something I usually do, but I really like how it turned out. The soft background with the purple and rosy colors. And I especially like the little owls. I think they turn out very cute. So everything done with polychromos pencils. And then last but not least, I did another page with pencils only, polychromos pencils basically, a little bit of luminance. Yeah, and I like this one also. There's not so much sparkle, a little bit on the stars on the Christmas trees. The rest is just pencils. And I like it a lot. Yeah, that was Good Yule from Hanna Karlzon. Then I did 2 pages in Sagor och Sägner, or Fairy Tales and Folklore. I have both editions of the book. And it's quite funny because the page that I did in this book is not in that one, and the page that I did in this book is not in that one. So I really had to use both of the books to get my pages done. So this is the page I have done in the new edition. And it's one of the new illustrations by Emily, and I like it a lot. See, the background is very sparkly. I did this one actually as a color along, I think, on my channel. I will link it in the description. So if you're interested to have a closer look on how I did this page, there is a color along available. I used here Neocolor 2s for the background and sparkling of metallic watercolors. And I used for everything else Prismacolor pencils. And I really like how it turned out. Very festive and cute. And quite a bit of golden gel pen, as you can see. And then obviously the only page that is in the old edition of Sagor och Sägner, which is missing in the new one, is the center page. And I did that one on Christmas. And I had a lot of fun. I used graphite pencils for the background, Inktense for basing everything, and then polychromos pencils for coloring all the details. Yeah, and obviously some white Posca for the fluffiness of the fur and making the beard more white. I really like how it turned out with the muted background and the very bright red coat. I love it. Yeah, so that was it. And now the last Christmassy page is in Country Kitchen Charm by Teresa Goodrich. And I did this page, and this one is also color along on my channel. If you like it, you can have a look. I will put the link in the description. And I like this one also very, very much. It's based with alcohol markers, and then I used now that's a good question. I think I used my polychromos pencils over the top. I don't think it's Prismas. Yeah, very nice. It has a golden shiny frame, and everything else is just markers and pencils, and I really like the mood that I have created here in this picture. All right, now before we come to Small Victories, which has also some Christmas pictures, this is the first picture that I colored after Christmas, which is not Christmas themed, for the month of December. And it's the first picture that I have ever colored in this book. It was a new book for me, and I have started this picture, I think 2 months ago. I did the background, didn't like it so much, and then it was kind of left alone for quite a while. And now after Christmas, I felt I want to complete it finally. I used a lot of different things on this page. I used my Arctics acrylic markers for the background and for basing her hair with a lighter yellow. And I didn't really like the background because I found it a bit too streaky and not even enough. So I thought I would put some pearlescent watercolor on top, make it at least a bit shiny, and I really like that. So background is nice. I think it fits to the fancy motif. And then I used Tomodule brush pens to base the blue parts of the dress. And then I used Prismacolor pencils to color everything. And I really like how she turned out. See, lady, with a lot of sparkle and shine. So I'm looking forward to color more pictures in this book. I really love it a lot. Yeah, that was Tales from the Midnight Masquerade by Hanna Karlzon. And now last but not least, as always, my Small Victories. I will zoom in a little bit. I'm always coloring in this book with my Ergosoft pencils and nothing else. That makes it even more relaxing for me to color the little motifs. And yeah, let's start right in. I did this page because I don't know, I felt like doing all the green leaves here. I enjoyed it. Then I thought I could do some more green leaves. I don't know what was happening with me, maybe because everything outside is so gray. I wanted to do some more green leaves, so I did the little leafy circles next to the dinosaurs. Very, very simple. And I did the little houses in the jars. And I like this one. Show you some more detail. Very pretty. Yeah, there's no shimmer or shine or anything. It's just pure Ergosoft pencils. I really like this one. I like especially the color palette in this jar. And I did this double page spread. I did this page first. I wanted to turn it a bit into a Christmassy floating island. So I made it, I turned the rocks into ice. I turned the bushes into snow. And it looks like a candy cane, the tower. So everything a little bit Christmassy. And I think I achieved it kind of. And then I did the opposite page with all the little mushrooms. And I wanted it to fit, so I did all the mushrooms in different tones of red. And although this is not a wintry page, I think it fits very well to the page next to it. I like them both, and I especially like how well they go together. Then this one I did after Christmas. I think it was actually the first thing I colored after Christmas. And it's so cute, the little tortoise. Also very quick and simple and super enjoyable. And then last but not least, this one I did before Christmas because it's the Christmas wreath. And I used some traditional Christmas colors to do this one. Yeah, I think it turned out nice. But to be honest, I still like the fall wreath a little bit better. I think it's more harmonious, but yeah, well, I still like this one. All right, so this was it for Small Victories, and that was the last page in the books for December. Let me bring them back into the camera so that we can think about what is the favorite for this month. I have to say it's really difficult for me to choose because there were so many pretty pages and I had so much fun doing all of those different pages. They were so different, all of them, although they were mostly Christmas themed. Well, let me think. I'm kind of torn between the little mouse in the Christmas ornaments and the Santa page, both by Emily Liederher-Ölberg. Let me quickly put them out so you can have a look for yourself again. I think I cannot decide between those two pages which one is my favorite. I really like them both very much. All right, it would be great if you could let me know what your favorite page of the month was. Just put it down in the comments or leave me any other comments that you like. I'm always very happy to hear from you. All right, then thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.